And I'm praying when I get there, they got my 4 for 4. I want to go to Wendy's. I want to go to Wendy's. Don't you want to go? Don't you want to go? Oh, my God.
I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at the Baconator. I never tried it.
That Baconator, the business. I mean, it's a heart attack on a bun, but it's definitely,
yeah, I know.
It's definitely
look
at Scott.
I know.
It's a heart attack on a bun. Make no mistake, son.
I don't do too much fast food burgers.
The commercials make it look like a heart attack on a bun.
Yeah, they do.
They do though.
Yeah, I don't do too much fast food burgers. I like making my own.
Yeah,
it's like patty, cheese, bacon, and then is that butter dripping off of it?
I was like, dang. I thought about it. I was like, maybe the son of Baconator would be better. I was like, nah, let me stick with my.
Instead of that being the son of a Baconator, is just a trip to the ER with a Baconator is actually diabetes.
That's a heart attack.
Diabetes in the joke. Go ahead, son. Oh my God.
Yeah, I just got some spicy nugs, man.
Them spicy nugs, the truth though. Don't let nobody tell you different. Them spicy nugs, the business.
I love the spicy nugs, man.
Man, welcome to our 5th episode of Blerd Talk. I got my boy Scott with me down here. Scott, that's okay, great. My man
that's your cue.
That's your cue. My man Jay right here.
Cheer.
My man got the spicy nugs on deck. Because you know that's how we roll. Gotta have the spicy nugs.
You know what I'm saying?
Gentlemen, I know this week the Nerd Talk looked kind of slim. It looked kind of slim this week, but guys, I got some talks this week. First, I want to talk about my boy. In fact, I feel like the Star Wars run is going to run in, but I'm going to go ahead because everybody here has seen the Mandarin, correct? The Mandalorian. I said the Mandarin.
The Mandarin.
The Mandarin.
Yeah, I just knocked that down out.
Scott,
I saw. I didn't finish all of it. We saw the first couple episodes of the first season.
Oh, so you haven't go. Oh.
Yeah, I haven't gotten all the way.
Okay, well, we're not going. Jay, we may have to say that.
I mean, if you want, you can go ahead. You know, and the other day.
Are you sure?
I don't think I'm not gonna spoil period, but how can I put it? My PO, well, there is one part. That's right. That's what I said. I have questions.
I'm about to say there is one part.
All right, never mind. Then.
I do.
All right, okay. I mean, but it's gonna be a while since it's 2 full seasons. So I mean, it's
I can give my review without spoiling, and I guess I'll just hold my.
I can give my review without spoiling
question for later.
Because I feel like when you see the big thing that everybody was talking about, it's kind of like, okay. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's kind of like, okay, you know, it ain't.
Yeah.
I mean,
agreed.
I will tell you right now. So we just get it out the way because I'm not gonna call him Baby Yoda anymore. He actually has a name, and so his name is Grogu. That's his name.
Yeah.
That's the biggest spoiler you're gonna get from me. But I might as well get it out the way now because I don't say Baby Yoda anymore. I say Grogu. Okay. So
and that's funny. I was just go ahead. Go ahead. I was about to say, lucky me avoiding spoilers for the first season and most of the second season outside of the main big thing that was already spoiled.
Yeah.
But that didn't matter. It didn't matter. Even if I didn't know, to me, that spoiler part didn't do nothing for me anyway.
Exactly.
But, hey, I when I saw revealed his true name, I immediately text my brother, like, didn't they do a whole Baby Yoda toy line and everybody was calling him Baby Yoda?
Yeah,
I can kind of tell it wasn't him.
His name, it went from Baby Yoda to it was the child first, because that's all he called him. Then he called him Baby. Then everybody else called him Baby Yoda because Yoda. So so I guess we're going to start with that. So, in your opinion, Jay, I want to hear, what did you think about The Mandalorian? Like, you watched all the seasons. You watched 1 and 2. Now, I thought it was from 1 to 2. I thought it was a good thing. I thought it was good. That end part at the end of season 2. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I was hyped, but it's kind of like, okay. What did you think about it?
It was okay. I don't have a personal score for it. And it's because I don't think I'm a big Star Wars fan like I really want to be. I was entertained by Mandalorian. I was entertained, and it's not nothing that made me go, oh, this is so bad, I don't want to watch it. It was cool, it's good, but I don't know what score to give it because it was okay. I wasn't overwhelmed, but it wasn't underwhelming. It was just solid good to me. I wasn't like blown out of my socks. The way social media talked about Mandalorian, you would think it's the greatest Star Wars show ever made.
Yep.
And so thinking about it on that level,
it's right for Star Wars nerds. It is exactly.
And thinking about it on that level, going to it like, damn, everybody saying this joint is like, IGN I think gave it a 9. I'm like, okay, bet. And I watched it. I wasn't really moved. Like by none, I wasn't moved. So like I was like, okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I think I'm just not a Star Wars. I just think I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'm not knocking. If I had to give it something, I feel like I give it an 8 because it was that entertaining. But I don't think it's not in my heart like how DC and Marvel comics and stuff is. I can't pick it apart. I don't know. It was good though, but I don't know.
So do you think? So I'm going to tell you what I told my cousin. I don't think The Mandalorian moved me because my love for Star Wars has gone down.
That could be it too.
I think that's really what it is for me. I think that my love of Star Wars has gone down, took a decline. So The Mandalorian didn't really. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's a good show. I just don't think my level for it has grown because of all the things that's going on. So I was kind of like, so like, well, now since Scott gone,
right.
The end part that we was talking about, that I mean, I was hyped, but then I was like, oh, okay, it's Luke. Okay, all right.
Right.
I think the build up is what got me hyped because all you see is the black cloak. Okay, then when I saw his hand, I was like, oh. Then I was like, and then when they showed his face, I'm like, okay, got it. Then.
Yeah.
I think the most I got out of that was I was hyped for Grogu finally being able to see the Mandalorian's face, and he finally saw his face and that little connection that they had. Oh, Scott back, shut up. Scott back.
I can't say nothing. Okay.
All right. Don't worry, Scott. You didn't miss anything.
You didn't miss nothing at all.
But Scott, you're a couple episodes in. So what do you think about it?
Again, when we first saw those couple of episodes of the first season, it was over a year ago. So, okay, from what I remember, the Mandalorian just, I guess, found Baby Yoda. I don't know
Grogu.
His real name,
Grogu.
He had just found him, and he was still, venturing off to I guess bring him back, or I think someone like sent him out there to retrieve him or whatever. And,
so you fresh into
I'm
fresh in. So,
and those little things were after him. Like it had that big machine, and those little things were coming after him. That was like the first
parts from the ship.
Yeah, the parts from the ship.
Yeah, stole the parts from the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
felt some type of way.
That's how I started off episode 2.
I felt some type of way because for those of you who don't know, Yoda and Grogu are not the only of their species. There was actually a female of their species called Yaddle, and I feel like they completely forgot about her. I mean, I know the show is not about them, but it would just been nice to know because, God damn you, Scott, I can't say it, but somebody says,
I know, man, because
somebody says I only known only one other of their species, and I'm thinking to myself at that time. That's incorrect because Yaddle sat on the Jedi Council. She sat on the Jedi Council. So at that time, when that other person, that female, was there, she would have known who Yaddle was. So
and see, I'll say this, and I can remember I said I got questions. I can ask this question, spoiler aside. Outside of the finale, there was another character that was inserted that was in the show. And
does he have a jetpack?
That's my main thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got confused because, and this goes to what you was talking about. I could have sworn when Disney, the evil empire that is Disney, got the rights to LucasArts and Star Wars, they said that everything after the Return of the Jedi, in terms of books and all that, are no longer canon. So how did that guy was able to show up in
I never knew they said that. I never knew they said that.
Yes. Yeah, they jettisoned the entire canon. Anything after Return of the Jedi doesn't matter apparently to Disney. It's not canon. None of the books not canon. You can look it up. You can look it up. Yeah, you can Google it when you get the chance. But yeah, they said none of the books, none of that is non-canon. So I'm confused
of how he got there.
I'm wondering.
So we're gonna have to talk about that when Scott catch up. Scott, I want to need you to finish The Mandalorian this week. That's your homework assignment. Then write me a 12-page essay.
You know what? And there was a day this week where because Disney Plus man has been funny for me and my smart TV. So I went through Xbox and I just watched Disney Plus all day, literally from like 11 a.m. to like.
And you didn't turn on The Mandalorian, bro. You killing me, bro.
Until like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, and I was watching the whole time. I was just catching up on Spider-Man animated series, just because I was watching Spider-Man.
Okay, so then let me get to
did the same thing with HBO Max.
Let me get to my hypeness there. So this week, y'all, I'm basically on the last season of The Flash, but I have watched the Crisis on Infinite Earth.
So the frustration of everything.
If I'm being honest with you, Scott, you're not gonna. I don't really have any. You
can spoil it. You can spoil it, by the way, because I know how it ends. So you can spoil it. You can spoil it for me because nothing will top the comic book version of Crisis on Infinite Earth. Nothing will top that.
Exactly. So
you can spoil it. I ain't gonna take that leap anyway.
I kind of did what we were talking about, Jason, and I turned off my comic book brain. I turned off my comic book brain for this one. And let me go ahead and tell you, I was impressed. I mean, it's not, I will tell you, it is not grade A, okay? It is nothing like comic book junk. Like,
it can't be.
They literally bought my girl from Birds of Prey. I don't know if y'all remember this, but back in this day, there was this show called Birds of Prey. And it on literally, WB. Right, on the WB. They brung back the girl who was Birds of Prey. She was talking to Oracle, okay? Yeah. They bring back and got my old man, my dude from the original Flash, my man who played the Flash back in the day, okay? Kevin Conroy was in it, okay? Kevin Conroy.
The voice is Batman.
Right. They brung my man Brandon Roth, and once again,
yes,
they actually gave him some shit, man, and he nailed it. He nailed Superman. Nailed it. And this is why I say that man is the best Superman since Christopher Reeve.
I didn't see it. It's not though, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and then they had the end. The end was kind of dope because the end, they go, and I kind of see what you're talking about. So basically, before Crisis, Supergirl and Flash were on different Earths. Okay.
Earth 1, Earth 38.
Right. So because of the Crisis, their Earth is combined. So now Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, Legends, they're all on the same Earth. Which I was like, okay, I can deal with that. So then the other Earths, they was like, then they showed all these different other Earths. Now they're Earth Prime, okay? They showed the Earth, then they showed the Green Lantern, and I was like, the Guardians. Then they showed Swamp Thing. They showed Swamp Thing on a planet, okay? Then they showed Titans on another planet. I was like, this shit is the business.
Okay. I just gotta say they did that to pander because that was when the whole DC network. I don't know if it still exists, but that's when everything was still fresh, and it was like, we're gonna just throw it in because fuck it, and showing Swamp Thing showing Titans, showing Doom Patrol.
They showed the fucking Doom Patrol. And for y'all who have not seen Doom Patrol, it is literally one of the best shows on DC. Well, was DC Universe.
That's my next watch.
Yo, Doom Patrol is the truth. Doom Patrol is one of the best, the funniest.
I'm watching Titans right now.
One of the funniest episodes. It's not a spoiler, but it was this dude who could flex his muscles, but when he flexed his muscles, he made people do certain things. Well, he flexes his muscles and he makes everybody in the town have an orgasm. It's the funniest shit you ever seen, bro. It's fucking hilarious, yo. Like the girls are going crazy. She's like, what's going on? That's just wow. That shit was good.
I've already seen Beast Boy and the Metal Dude from Doom Patrol.
So
because Beast Boy's on Titans.
Literally. And so he crosses over because he starts in Titans. I mean, he starts in Doom Patrol, but then he crosses over to Titans. And you know who the Metal Dude is? You know who he's played by, right? Brandon Fraser. Brandon Fraser plays him.
Brendan Fraser.
What?
And he does,
that's right.
From the Mummy.
Yeah, from the Mummy.
Yes.
And he nails that thing.
Y'all started Titans?
Huh?
Y'all seen or started Titans?
Yeah, I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes. 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, I saw the one. I think where I'm at now is Raven. Beast Boy got Raven. Raven's hiding in the little thing
with the
and the Metal Dude walk up, but he's like, "What you doing?"
Yeah,
and he's like, and as soon as it looked like he was gone, he's like, "Gotcha!" And he caught Raven, snatched them both up.
Titans is really good. It's dope.
Yo,
it's dope. Titans is dope.
Wow.
I don't know why people were hating on that joke. It's dark. Titans is the business. Titans is the truth.
Family, bro. The nuclear family, bro. Oh my god.
Titans is hard body, bro. Like the only thing I would probably have with Titans is I don't like the way Dick Grayson is just like so confused. Like he's kind of like, well, I'm tired of being a Batman shadow, but like that kind of gets annoying a little bit after that. Yeah, he's like, okay, well, you're leading the Titans. You're really not in his own shadow anymore. So it was all right.
That first episode had me.
He was like,
so he
fuck
showed
Batman.
up. It was like. Batman must be around here somewhere. They was like, Batman must be around here somewhere. Where is he? And Bob was like, motherfucker.
Like,
the bird's by himself.
But I hate, like, that is good. Titans is really good. But, I was really impressed.
I was shocked.
Yeah, Titans get the dub. Titans get the dub. Like, for real.
What? They had a Hawk and Dove in there?
And their relationship is dope, too, because, like, Hawk, Hawk is like supposed to be the strong type Dove, supposed to be the like sensitive, but they go hard and they got some good chemistry. And man, the show actually tags on some good points. Like, and Hawk's
and
backstory,
Dove got good chemistry.
Hawk's backstory, it almost make you go to tears in that joint. Like his little backstory is, man, he was having a hard life.
I'm gonna finish that up later.
But
I'm gonna finish that up later.
I was really impressed with Crisis, as in it was great. It was, like I said, I had to cut off my DC Comics brain and deal with it, but it was good. The whole way they brought together the Earths and all that. Hold on, I'm about to get to you, Sky, because I know you would. Now, if you didn't know, are you going to see it? Do you want me to tell you?
You can tell. I'm not gonna watch it, bro.
Well, Green Arrow takes the L. He basically dies.
I know about that. Okay. Yeah, I knew about that.
So he dies because he gave himself. The way they did that with the Spectre, I was like, but I was like, okay, I'll take it. I was like, I was like, this guy. I was like, I don't know, but the way they do it, it was good.
How the Flash lives?
Yeah.
I didn't say it had to be you. It had to be a Flash.
I knew that was going to happen. Like the minute when I saw the treadmill, I was like, oh, this the other Flash. This the other Barry right here. They gave that one away. I was like, oh, he's just going to live. He going to take the L for Barry. He going to take the L for the new Flash.
All them episodes, he was crying.
Time we wasted, you was crying thinking
time
you was going to die.
It's coming short.
I was like, boy, get your head out your ass. Stop all that crying. Like, stop acting soft. You like a Toll House cookie out here. I like this, Scott. I know you got some things to say, Scott. I know. So let me go ahead and hear them. Like I said, I had to cut off my DC Comics brain for it. But
yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Okay,
but I do not like. I had to watch it. I mean, I know why they did it, but I had to watch it across like 5 things. I had to watch it on.
How many clicks?
Man,
He was like, I got back out the Arrow. Go to Flash.
Legends of Tomorrow, and Batwoman. And what's crazy, Batwoman is a newer show, but you didn't put none of the Crisis on Black Lightning. That was kind of weird to me. I'm like, how is Batwoman a new show and you didn't put none of the Crisis on Black Lightning? But okay.
And then me, I'm watching Arrowverse through Netflix, so it's auto playing. So it's just going. That Crisis of Infinite Earth episode come on. I'm like, what the? And I was like, oh.
But that's how
I backed out the episode.
Whoa, what is this? Because then they combined. I'm like, I actually had to go online to read how to watch it. I had to read how to watch it.
Oliver's supposed to be getting married. She's not getting married. Man, the legends are there. They're like, y'all still getting married? I'm like, wait a minute. The marriage happened? What the? Wait. But I thought, I'm confused.
And then it's kind of weird because it looks like the timeline, because at the end of Crisis, the timeline somewhat gets corrected because now Dingle has his son and a daughter. So I was kind of like, so did the timeline? So the Speed Force didn't happen?
That part.
Did Flashpoint not happen at this point? Like, I'm a little bit confused about that.
Oh, damn.
Because because you remember Dingle had a son at first, but then when Barry did Flashpoint, he ended up having a daughter.
Girl.
Well, at the end of Crisis, they have a son and a daughter. They have both children.
Oh wow.
So it's kind of
I didn't know about that part.
So it's kind of like Flashpoint gets wiped out.
He had a girl, then a boy.
All right, so he had a girl, then a boy. Okay, well, Flashpoint, Flashpoint gets wiped. It's almost like Flashpoint gets wiped out because even a lot of the villains, the first episode of The Flash again, the Flash is taking care of Weather Witch, but she's over in Metropolis. So it's kind of like, she's not in the Arrow, the Flash's thing anymore. So, but Scott, go ahead. I see you got
they all share one world now.
Right, even though they all share one world. Exactly.
So they can pop up different places. What?
Is it Lex Luthor, the dude from 16 Candles?
Yeah.
But he's
seen Supergirl. I'm not trying to knock him.
It's the dude from what's it, 2.5 Men?
Right, 2.5, something like
16
that.
Candles.
16
Candles.
Okay, you rather. Okay.
He's a better.
Just ask. I haven't seen Supergirl. I'm not trying to clown. I literally haven't seen Supergirl. I've seen only clips. That's how I knew about the new Lois and Clark Superman show or whatever.
But I really don't look forward to that.
He's a great Lex Luthor. He's better than Jesse Eisenberg was.
I heard.
He's a great Lex Luthor.
He's not better than Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. Michael Rosenbaum is the best Lex Luthor.
No, Spacey.
Kevin Spacey? You know what? You playing with history, all right? Kevin Spacey. You know what? Let's go back to Gene Hackman then. Let's just.
Well, if we were ranking Lex Luthors, Michael would be first. Then Gene, then Spacey.
Third ain't bad to me, man. Spacey made Superman Returns.
Well, third out of 3.
You got Eisenberg. Eisenberg is
Jesse Eisenberg. Really?
He's at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, he's at the bottom.
He's at the bottom of the list.
This little kid.
He was the worst. He was the worst. I don't even know why they written Lex Luthor like that. That was so. That's irritating. That was irritating.
They were trying to do something. They were trying to do a different interpretation. I'm not making excuses for him. I'm not making excuses.
They want to do something different.
Like
something different. I don't knock the attempt, but it was bad.
He was a true Lex Luthor. No matter what they did, he always tried to do the wrong thing. Like every time, he like Supergirl. Let me tell you how raw he was in Crisis. There was only supposed to be like 7 Paragons, and Brandon Roth was one of the Paragons. He took the Book of Destiny, scratched out his name, put Lex Luthor, and he got saved instead of Brandon Roth. But that's typical Lex Luthor looking out for himself. That's typical. Like that was good.
All I know is what I do like is when all the Earths combine, Supergirl actually marries Lex Luthor like she did. Right, like she did in the comic. And when Flash and them brought it up, in that episode, they was like, "Yo, all the Earths is combined in one. Now Luthor is married with Supergirl." I was like, "Oh, they really finally went that route with Supergirl."
But that's how it was in the comic books. Supergirl ends up marrying Lex Luthor.
Right. I was like, "Oh, so they really okay?"
Wait. Hold up, wait. I must have missed. I mean, I remember that they were at like a town hall meeting or something like that. But you're saying in Crisis, Kara married Lex?
Not in Crisis.
On the show.
Not in the show.
Oh, just
on the comic book. In the comic book,
I was like, Supergirl, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Supergirl ends up marrying Lex. Like, yeah.
Okay.
In the comic books. Okay. But go ahead, Scott. I see you got a lot to say.
She does on the show. Too.
No, I was just gonna say this.
I haven't seen that part in the show. I haven't gotten there
Flash.
yet.
She does?
Yeah, Flash. And the one, I forgot what season it was, but that's like the very first episode, I guess, after the crisis was over and all the Earths was combined in one.
This not the same because
Flash was like, they were yes, and they were talking about how all the Earths is one. They was like, yo, it's crazy how now all the Earths are combined. And they brought up, it was like, yeah, Kara is married to Luthor now, and they brought up another hero. I forgot who else they brought up. They brought up somebody else.
Literally, when they after Crisis, Supergirl wakes up and she goes and Lex is getting the Nobel Prize, and she's like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah, that's what I remember. That's what I remember. Lex is like a good guy in on Earth Prime. He's receiving some kind of award or something like that, and everyone's attending. Yeah. I don't remember them being married on the show.
And they mentioned it in Flash. They mentioned positive.
Okay, I gotta see that because in the show,
that's the only reason I know Supergirl married Lex.
Nah, in the show, we gotta see because in the show, Lex is literally getting the Nobel Peace Prize, and he actually owns the DEO or something, the one that Supergirl works for. The
government.
He owns that thing. So go ahead, Scott. Let me hear you.
So he made little.
Go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was gonna say this. I'm not the most hardcore DC comic and know the different details and specifics of what happened and just comparing. And I know Josh, you said, and Jay, you said that you took the comic, you turned the comic book brain off. It was certain things that just annoyed, and then here recently finding out what happened with the actors and the writers and why they would force things or have things a certain way. It was just okay.
So all right, what are you talking about, the writers and the things the forced way? I didn't hear about that. What you got?
Oh, no. Just not bad. It could be due to COVID. It could be due to COVID. It could be due to the reviews. Could be due to ratings. But the fact that Supergirl, and I mentioned this before, Supergirl got canceled, Black Lightning got canceled.
Yeah.
And just real quick, bringing up, like I said, a few weeks back, I was binge watching Black Lightning. I'm in the third season, almost done. I'm almost caught up. Mm-hmm. And that episode, their episode that involved the crisis, where the sky turned red, and then all of a sudden, Black Lightning just disappears, and then that whole episode is without him. And that episode, Black Lightning deals with his daughter.
Right. Because his daughter kicks off the episode because she talking on the. Yeah. You're right.
But from what again, this was almost a year ago. From what I remember in the Crisis, whichever episode, and also in Black Lightning, that his whole planet, like everyone dies.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, on his planet. So in Crisis, they pull him, and basically
they pull him, and everyone else dies.
Right.
But when they go back to Black Lightning,
Nash Wells pulls him, and yes, you're right. His planet is literally destroyed at that moment. Right. Correct.
But literally the next episode after that, after the crisis, everything's fine. Oh yeah, this happened. Really? I don't remember that.
Not yet. Because when he's in it, the episode where his planet dies is only, so out of the 5 parts, his is like 2 or 3. So they're still working on the Earth. The Earth hadn't been fixed yet. They didn't do the thing with Oliver yet to fix the planets. The multiverses, I should say. Yeah.
So again, like I said, there could be some pieces that are like fuzzy and I can't remember as well. Okay. But I remember watching it at the time. I was like, man, all these people, the dude that actually did the voice, and and seeing him in real life, like, damn, he's old and skinny, but okay, he's Batman.
Oh, you haven't seen Kevin Conroy before?
I've seen him or pictures of him when he was younger, but seeing him live action in that and being the Batman in the robotic suit and being, he was like really skinny. And
but that story they gave too was good too. How the reason
it was a good. You
remember the reason he was in the suit, right? Because he he fought Superman. Superman put him in the suit. Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, I met Kevin Conroy at Comic-Con one year, way back in the day. That had to be almost like 6 years ago. So,
but I mean, over it's not just long story short. I don't want to make it seem like I hated the Crisis. It was just
you definitely hated it.
Certain things that
you definitely hated
it. The crossovers have gotten, well, they started off dumb.
Yeah, they started off dumb.
But they started off, I want to say I wanted to say they gradually get dumber and just like the Dominators. I was just like, and then after the Dominators was
the one where they were like fighting the Nazis. Was that the Nazi one?
Crisis X, and I was just like, okay. I was just like, okay. Like I literally watching that season, and then the next one was Elseworld. I hated. I really disliked Elseworld.
What was Elseworld? That was What was Elseworld?
That's when they switched him when Flash and Oliver switched bodies.
Oh, see,
and it's like the Book of Destiny or something like that.
Okay, so I literally only seen that one because I didn't go back and watch the rest of them for that. I only did Crisis because Crisis was Infinite Earths was such a big one. Like DC hyped it up all last year, so I only did that one.
They hyped it up for years. They essentially hyped it up since the premiere of Flash.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, I know, turn the comic, whatever, fan, turn that off and just watch it for its entertainment value.
Yeah, you got to.
Okay. Okay. Just deal with like certain shit that doesn't make sense, but okay.
Scott, you're an ass. You're an ass guy.
I'm not being an ass. I'm watching it, and even someone who's not like a fan, who's not like a hardcore fan, like you that. Similar, to the whole Star Wars thing. Those who aren't like a hardcore fan, like who have the comic books with them as they're watching, just to compare and contrast how accurate it is. Not like that at all. But just watching a regular TV show that's on CW, which has its flaws. Look, I love WB and /CW, but come on. Just overall watching it, it was underwhelming. And then later on, I was kind of, at first they didn't want to have Black Lightning as a part of the Arrowverse, and then they kind of slid him in that last minute as a throw-in, just because I agree with that. I didn't like the fact from jump they were like, no, he's not part of this. No, he's his own. No. I was like, cool. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, but he's on the same network. And then they already brought in the whole multiverse thing. So he could, if they wanted to, and they eventually did. But as I said, it was like a toss-in. There was just like, you know what? Let's toss him in. And then not only was he a toss-in, he helped out for that particular mission. And then they essentially made the Justice League or whatever version of it. And then these people, that's the thing that pisses me off, just because I know I'm going to continue on because Flash is still on air. I'm going to continue on watching that, and Arrow's off the air. So they made a big point to introduce it, and then so what are they going to do now? They're just going to bring back for guest spots when they want to form the Justice League. Is that just not going to be a thing that happens, or they're going to introduce the Green Lantern going forward, or do they not plan the Flash to go, on that much longer at
The Flash ain't gonna go on that much, but I can definitely
maybe
tell
3 more years.
I can definitely tell you for a fact. I absolutely agree with you. They kind of threw Black Lightning in there just because they was like, you can tell that they just threw him in there because they really didn't give him no type of induction, no nothing. Like everybody, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all gave Batwoman this kind of energy, but you didn't give Black Lightning that.
And the thing about they rushed Batwoman.
And I'm not going to say it's a whole race thing. I'm not saying that, but you can literally tell they did not take their time with that. They didn't. They was just like, let's throw them in here. They was like,
because it's two different. It's two totally different writers. I believe the writers, like the executive producers and producers for Black Lightning, were the same as the other shows. But like I think the writers and directors and a bulk of the people are like their own standalone, people.
Yeah.
And other, different from the other shows. And it was just annoying to see, okay. So they're all on Earth Prime. So going forward. And then I guess after finding out that this was much later, this feeling of annoyance or whatever came later. At that point in time, I was just annoyed. Oh, okay. He was just a toss in. And now he's this focal point. And even when watching it, I was like, really? They just introduced Batwoman a year ago.
Yep.
They just gave her a show a few months ago, and she's already a paragon.
Yep.
And then I agree. And then I was like, okay, Supergirl's a paragon. Okay. It was supposed to be Superman, but he took Superman's spot, Lex Luthor, right?
Brandon, right. So, and Jay, and that's another thing. At the end, they're in a warehouse, okay, and
the same
some nice Easter eggs. They of course they uncover the chair. Okay, they uncover the chair and the table, and you can definitely tell it's supposed to be the Justice League at this point because it's a round table. But instead of having like JL, it's like some shield with a star in it. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then,
when I saw that, I was like, this is some cheesy shit.
Everybody has a chair. They even gave Oliver a chair, even though he's dead, but they gave him a chair.
That no one's going to be sitting in.
No one's going to be sitting.
I was like...
But then, what I did like, there's like something laughing up in the place above the table. But it sounded like the Joker at first. But come to find out, it's Gleek. You remember Gleek from the Wonder Twins? The little monkey? It's Gleek. So I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. They got Gleek in there. But you can definitely tell, I'm 100% with you, Scott. You can tell that they were trying to go for that episode in Smallville when they so-called made the Justice League in Smallville. But
with famous Jackson and the dude from and Hawk from Hawk and Dove,
Lee Thomas Young, R.I.P. Lee Thomas Young.
Yeah.
But you can tell, like, and then now I thought they was gonna have some. When they uncovered the chairs, Jay, they were like regular gaming chairs with their symbols on the back.
They were. It wasn't like regular, a throne or like even gold, folding chairs, but they were like gaming. They
were Y'all keep that crisis, man.
They were gaming chairs with their symbols on the back. I was like, oh, okay. So
y'all keep that crisis.
I was like, and a white canary, this whole world of make believe, but she's a make believe within a make believe world, and she's remember. I was like, get that shit out.
And I was like, come on, bro, like. I just
at least make it the Black Canary, but right, I understand through the storyline and all that stuff. I understand. Been fine
with the Black Canary, and it's just like, and I don't even Firestorm. He's part of the Justice League, but not like he's part of the older Roman junk.
I was so pissed. I'm so pissed at, and I was talking about this. I was so pissed at how they did. I was mad about Ronnie and of course killing them all and all that stuff. That was the Flash version. Okay, and then Jax and the Professor. I was like, cool. They're on their own show, and then it could just be story wise, or they, Victor Garber, the guy who played Professor Stein, didn't want to do the show anymore.
Yeah,
but because he's the dude was in Titanic. He was on Broadway, so he probably didn't want to do.
Right,
he was big, so he probably didn't want to do. I don't know the reasoning, but how they kind of shut that down, and then essentially, I don't know if you saw, like that whole thing. Jax was just like, okay, I'm useless now. So all right, y'all, I see y'all, and that was the end.
What happens. I never saw Legends. That's what happens when he dies. Like he's just like, I don't want to be part of the team no more.
He sticks around for a few episodes, but he doesn't have any power or anything to contribute to the team. No fighting style. He doesn't have any powers anymore because he needs Professor Stein
to do the Firestorm, right?
To activate
Firestorm.
And it was just like, okay, well, I have no input. I'm the ship's mechanic. Other than that, I can't really do anything. And I didn't like how they just found that so disposable. A powerful character who's, let's be real, Firestorm or White Canary.
Firestorm
or Firestorm or Heatwave, just to make it not like male female, but Firestorm or Heatwave, the guy who carried a heat gun. Like, I don't know why, and it's messed up, but that's just something that annoyed me, and that was years ago.
He's way more instrumental. Firestorm is way more powerful, way more instrumental in the comic book universe.
Right. And actually, have we not forgotten that Firestorm was actually in the Blackest Night? You know what I'm saying? So
he's way more.
Well, you know what? That kind of leads me to my other thing about DC that I wanted to talk to y'all about before we got into, because I was going to talk about the upcoming movies for the so-called confirmed but not confirmed movies. But did y'all hear about my man Ray Fisher? Did y'all? Yeah, don't even get me started on that. Did you hear about Ray Fisher?
Yeah, I saw that. His ongoing battle about his treatment or on the set of Justice League.
Well, he won that first one. He won that one with Joss Whedon, or the dude who does all the directing for Marvel. He won that one. It was proved in his favor. But now he had a problem with the other dude, Walter something. It was
taking over.
Yeah, the dude who's taking over. So Ray Fisher has a problem with that. So he has literally said in a public statement, I'm not being part of no DC movie that has Walter attached to it.
But here's the thing. And you know what? His messed up thing and the whole crab in the barrel type mentality. But it's something that has to come up. Is he big enough to make demands like that, though?
No.
Or recast him quick. They probably already recast him.
They can recast him like Gal Gadot. She's Wonder Woman. Like the dude that's playing Superman. Yeah, he is on and off. He's doing other projects, but I mean, if he, they let him back in like it was nothing. Ben Affleck, that keeps turning the whole Batman, or whether it's going to be him or the dude from Pattinson or whoever. But as far as Cyborg, you can find, and this is messed up because all the accolades that Ray Fisher and credits on other stuff, he could be talented singer, actor, and all this other, venues of things. But in the grand scheme of things, going against a big corporation like WB and DC and saying, you know what, with this person, you're paying this amount of money to direct, produce, whatever, these films and put out these billion-dollar products, I'm not going to be attached to it. Well, if you Gal Gadot or whomever, but
they was like
somebody of his level, we'd be like, okay. I thought you were going to say something that was threatening. Like that's essentially what they probably were thinking.
And I'm not going to lie to you. I think y'all already know I did not like Justice League, but he is literally probably the best part of Justice League. He was a great cyborg. He was safe and shit. He carried that movie on his back. He carried that movie on his back. But like you said, he is not big enough to make statements like that. And apparently DC has responded like, okay, see ya. He will not
be back under the DC universe.
It was nice. Like, and it's messed up. It's messed up because if I was working for DC, I'd be like, okay, look, Ray, I understand. Now I've never been in a movie. I only paid an extra in one movie, one extra. And if y'all want to see my work, look at what's the Hannibal with Julianne Moore. Me and Justin are in it because the day they was shooting at Union Station, we're in there. We're literally in there. But you can only see the top of our heads. You can only see the top of our heads. You can only see the top of our heads. But it sucks because he really was a good cyborg. Like, he was a good actor. But like you said, he's not big enough to make demands like that. Like, and then here's my thing. You got what you wanted with Joss Whedon. You said that but nowhere you work, there's people who hate their supervisors, and we gotta suck it up and deal with it.
This cancel culture. That's gonna be a whole different thing. But the whole cancel culture and how he just wanted to go above and beyond a little further than, okay, you got your severance, or you got your win in that particular regard.
Acknowledged.
But you wanted to you wanted to go and the person that he was going after wasn't even a part of it at that point in time.
Right. And see, and my whole thing is everybody works with people they don't like. Like, I'm not gonna lie. We all work with people we don't like. We all somehow don't like. I don't know really too many people that love their supervisor. You know, I was like, oh God, this is great. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, you should have took your win and been cool with it. Like, you had your win. So now you didn't mess me up, because now I can't watch you as Cyborg. You know what I'm saying? You didn't mess me up now. You didn't mess me up. So, and then I feel like you really brought a big part to the Justice League, because Cyborg is a big part of the Justice League. And now you doing this is kind of like, I mean, I know why he did it. I know why he did it, because he probably feels like, as a black man, I'm not getting treated like, you know, I should. And I can see that point. But I'm just like, oh my God. But
it's probably true, but you also got to look at things. Look, you're not at that level yet where you can demand stuff, and it's totally for you as a man, as a person, to want to stand up against the injustice. No pun intended. No pun intended. The injustice of feeling, you know, a certain way on set and just in the table reads or whatever. But you said something else that I wanted to speak on. But you know, it messed you up for the most part. Like, adults, people 17, 18 and up, who see movies and see a character, now we're like, oh, okay, they're just going to recast. But the kids, and the main point that these movies are targeted to, they're going to be like, oh, wait, right? Oh, especially it's not the same person. They're the ones that are gonna like maybe remember, but it's going to be to a lesser extent as far as impact wise, as far as dollars and, you know, whoever they end up replacing them with. But I'm just saying, like, as an adult, we see it, and we see, like, you know that 19-year-old kids aren't like hearing about the news. Right. Oh, you heard, you know, they don't know, or they don't care. They're being they're just like, oh, he's not going to be back.
He's not going to be back. Yeah, you're right. But I just feel like they. And then I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was part of DC, if I was the president of DC Comics or WB, I would have a talk with Ray, like, hey man, look, I know what the hell, I see what you're going through. I'm gonna try to work with you, but you're not gonna get everything perfect. We're not gonna do that. Like, I need you, but the thing is, they're not gonna do that for him. Like you said, if it was Henry, if it was Henry, Gal, Jason, you know, they would have been like, whoa, before you go anywhere, hold on, baby, don't go nowhere.
First off, the president of DC is not going to tell the actor playing Cyborg, "We need you." It's like that ain't happening. Well, that's not going to happen. That's not going to.
A good president. That's not
going to happen. That's not going to happen to Gal Gadot. That's not going to happen to Henry Cavill, because they or the people who own the company, own the production company, own the business, and they you talking slit? Okay. Well, you know what? We can. There's 100 of you. Like, real talk, because Henry Cavill, whatever his name, however is pronounced, before Man of Steel, he was in other stuff, and he's been in other stuff after. But that was his breakout role, right?
Almost.
In the U.S.
He was in that Spartan movie.
He was in that Spartan movie that sucked. Stop, Jay. Stop.
No. It didn't suck. It was okay. It didn't suck.
I've never seen it. I'm just
bad.
I don't know if it was
not
okay.
Good.
I was just saying, was that?
and it wasn't like, okay, just like
Immortals, right? Immortals.
That's what it was. Immortals. That joke was all right.
That joke was all right. I don't know how.
It didn't take an extent amount of acting prowess in that. Just like in Man of Steel. It's like, okay, look, I'm to take another further.
Like she'll never turn.
Never mind. Go.
He's about to take a shot at Gal Gadot. Look, did he go into detail?
I was.
Did he go into detail? Because that's why I don't have an opinion, because I don't know the details of what he considered mistreatment.
So the way people
last time I checked, he didn't say racism.
He didn't, but he was like the way he was being talked to, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, hold on,
this
y'all.
PC world.
Hold on. This PC world sucks. I normally would not say that, but I'm gonna tell y'all. sometimes
it hurt his feelings.
If it hurt his feelings, but I'm going to use the example. I don't know if y'all heard, but doing Mission Impossible, they were filming Mission Impossible, and there were some people who didn't wear a mask, and Tom Cruise went the fuck off.
Tom Cruise was like,
he was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, dumbass fuck? But
okay, yeah, and just and take it. Remember years back with Christian Bale? Remember how he was yelling on the Terminator set? How he was going at the production people?
No, I didn't know. I didn't hear about Christian Bale.
It's like an audio.
Yeah.
Christian Bale was going off. He was on a rant. Like it happens. All right, as long as you can.
Christian Bale going about? I don't know. You gonna sit your $5 ass down, Christian Bale, bruh.
See, that's the thing, because it goes.
But I get his point.
That makes sense,
right? I get his point. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Y'all have known we are as
black people. Don't stop being the victim.
I wasn't gonna say that. No, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say people in general. It's different when we were growing up. You know, our parents talk to us a certain way. People can't handle that now. People can't handle that.
The world is pussified. Yes. I just said the world is.
Scott is right. Scott is right.
It is.
Because I was about to say.
It is.
I was about to say. There have been supervisors that I've had.
It's like the
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jake.
There's been supervisors that I've had that will talk to you honestly. Right. They will criticize you honestly. And then they take that to somebody else and they will break down and cry. And that same person will look at me and be like, Jay, I talk to you like that, but you don't trip. What's wrong with them? Because they can't take it.
Different breed. Right. When we were growing up, it's a different breed. It's a different breed. Because people have the thing about society now is that society has told us that we have to talk to people a certain type of way and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying because there's going to be, no matter what you do in this world, there's going to be somebody, they're going to talk about you in your face or they're going to talk about you behind your back. It don't really matter. Period. That's it. They're going to talk about you in your face or behind your back. So it really don't matter. But the thing is, you got to have some type of hard skin. You can't just be, I want to tell you, I used to work for the military. Now, a situation occurred and some laptops had to get taken and some people they were upset about that. And I had a lot of people who in the military get upset. They wasn't mad at me, they was mad at the situation. But I just happened to be tier 1, so I had to deal with all that. It was some words being like, what you might call it. I'm like, okay, but I had to understand. I knew they would understand. Like I knew that they were just angry right now because these are the same people I see every day and they never talk to me like that. They're upset at a certain moment right now. It's just when you're talking to somebody or somebody talking to you, you're just not having a good day. You're like, man, get the hell out my face. You know, you are absolutely right, Scott. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but the problem is the world has showed them that you don't get to be pussyfied. You don't get to do that. You always gotta be humble and stuff like that, but it's not the truth. That's not the truth, because somebody's always going to talk about you regardless. I completely see what you're saying.
Want your spot.
Right, and and that's the thing, because the minute you complain, first of all, I feel like the minute you complain already, you already putting a target on your back. They may not say it, but when Ray first started doing that thing with Joseph, putting that investigation, he had already put a target on his back. He had already did. So for DC to say,
you know what?
What?
Just let me interject real quick. When as soon as all that happened, and this was a year ago or however long when it first started, you know what I did? And you know what's messed up? As soon as he did that, I thought to myself,
he's not going to play Cyborg anymore.
No, I thought to myself, damn. And then I went to IMDb and see his movie credits just to see if he has the clout. If he has enough clout to do that and go against a big production company.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I went to IMDb to see his credit, and he had like I forgot what city, but you know, like some stage, and I was just like, oh, this is not going to end well for this, bro.
Yeah. All I can do, like, without having, and not to say I want to know the details, like I need it for personal gratification, but without it, I don't know what level of mistreatment you speaking on. I've had people just like we talk about at jobs. I've heard people, like I said, somebody would say something to him and they'll come to me because I'm the, the veteran. I can't believe this person said this to me. And I'm like, what they say? And they'll say it. And I'll be like, that's not bad.
Okay. And
yeah, it's the world, the way that the world is now. You can it's how things are interpreted. It's like, okay, look, it's time for your review. You have been a average worker, and you come to work late, and we would like you to fish your attitude when you're encountering the different clients.
Mm-hmm.
How could you say that? You're saying I'm not a good worker?
Now there are certain things to it. Now I don't know if y'all know this, but there was a situation, and I brought it up here because I couldn't remember the actor's name. So because of COVID, this actor, his name was Lucas Gage or something. He was trying to do about to do, Scott, what you call it, audition. He's about to do audition for a role. Okay. Well,
the director, the white guy,
the director
talking about his
apartment. His mic muted, right? And the director ends up talking about his apartment. Like, man, he got he doing his audition, this tiny ass apartment. And you know what I would have said?
That's why I'm auditioning for you.
Right. And Luke literally,
I think he did it right. He did a good thing.
Right. He did the right thing because he's like, well, that's why I'm interviewing so I can get out of this apartment. How about you give me the job? Like, and that's some shit I would have been like, but see, the director, he put his damn foot in his mouth. Okay, because at this point, I would have made him give me the job. I wouldn't even audition. I would have been like, "You got no other choice, or this goes viral. What you want to do? Give me the job."
He did it right the way he did it, because whether he got it or not, he put it out there to show how it was, and he wasn't like whining or crying, because even in the video and afterward, he was just like, he
didn't complain or nothing. He was just like
comeback, good comeback.
And the director, you can tell he was so damn
impressive.
And then that's the shit. Don't pity me, because he goes like, "Oh, I'm sorry." No, you wasn't sorry a few minutes when you was talking about it, so don't worry about it.
Good comeback. Way to go. You muted, Josh. Way to use this. That's smart as hell. That's how you do it, man.
You got to see it.
That's how you do it.
You got to see it. He nailed that John Will. So now with Ray being gone, I'm pretty sure they're going to find somebody to replace him. He's gone at this point. He's not going to be Cyborg anymore. He's going to be gone.
Okay.
Like, Scott.
Sorry, bro.
Scott, he's gone. DC, they already said bye-bye.
Hey. Wait, let me get back in the gym. I'm not saying Cyborg. It's not my idea role. I always wanted to be Jon Stewart. I always wanted to be Jon Stewart.
No, you ain't gonna be able to be. Scott. You got to start with Cyborg. You can't be Jon Stewart. You can't be Jon Stewart.
I gotta start on the lower tier. Okay.
You gotta start on the lower tier.
Okay, Scott.
All right.
When Chris Evans first got to the Marvel universe, he wasn't Captain America. He was Johnny Storm.
No, you're right. He was a comic relief.
You're right. Yourself up. You gotta start low, build yourself.
Let's go, Scott. Me that Cyborg.
There's some new DC. And I'm going to read it. It's called Every Upcoming Movie and TV Series in the DCEU. Okay. All right. First of all, we got the Snyder Cut. And I'm taking the list from IGN because I like IGN. So the first cut is up the Snyder Cut. Now, y'all, people putting the Snyder Cut up on the junk. I don't think the Snyder Cut is going to save the Justice League, but that's my opinion.
Sort of question, but a quick comment about the Snyder Cut. And this is more about Snyder himself than like Justice League. Snyder, relax on the slow motion action scene clip stuff that he does every 5 years, like 300. It looked great in 300 because it made sense with the Spartan Warrior stuff. Yeah. But in Justice League, if you see the trailer for the latest Justice League, it's the same thing. They showing Cyborg when he was a football player in slow motion. He jumping over, and then one of them. He loved him slow motion moments. Even in Watchmen, he does the whole everything slows down animation stuff.
He does it in Sucker Punch too. He does it in Sucker Punch too.
He love that slow motion stuff, just like Jerry Bruckheimer in Explosions. He just love it.
Jerry doesn't give a damn what it is. Let's just blow it up. I don't give a shit what it is. Let's just blow it up. He was like, but Jerry, we can't blow up schools. Blow that shit up. We don't give a damn.
Blow it up.
He does blowing shit up.
Blow it up. Go ahead. My bad.
I don't think the Snyder Cut is going to save the Justice League, but that's just my opinion. I honestly don't think. Now, Jay, you have given me a little bit of hope on that due to the fact that you saw the director's cut of Suicide Squad and you said it was good. I didn't see the director's cut. I saw the regular Suicide Squad and I was like, this is terrible. This is terrible.
I saw the regular one twice.
Yeah, I saw the regular. I saw the regular one on TV after I had already watched the director's cut. I was dying laughing because they would show one scene and then it'll go to a completely different scene, and I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, there was a scene in between. Yeah, there's a scene in between this that led to. I said, oh, I see why everybody thought it sucked. I was like, damn, okay. I was like, okay.
The Suicide Squad. I mean, it was all over the place.
Director's cut it is.
So you have given me a little bit of hope on that. So I'm hoping that maybe I'm wrong. I'm hoping that I'm wrong about that, but I don't know.
Me too. I am too.
Now, he did say the Snyder Cut is like 3 hours long. That's a lot of footage. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of footage to add. So maybe, yeah. Okay. The Suicide Squad, which I think is going to be good. I think the new Suicide Squad is going to be good. I'm feeling that.
John Cena.
I definitely feel like that. The new Suicide Squad is
Scott,
going to be
what? He's a Suicide Squad.
No, here's the thing. Because I had my opinion on John Cena back when we were in high school. So
you know. But the time out, though, John Cena is actually he's a good actor, though. He's a good actor. He's one of the few actors who come from wrestling.
He's a decent actor.
Yeah, he's a decent actor. He's a decent actor, though. Did you see
he's charismatic.
I am mad that he already has a solo show for being a Peacemaker, even though we don't know how good Suicide Squad is.
That's the next thing I was going to say. His show, The Peacemaker, is going to be, he's going to have his own spinoff. He's going to have his own spinoff.
Can he carry a show? John? Can John Cena carry a show? I'm just saying, I don't know.
Can he carry the WWE brand?
Yeah, this is his first big role. If you want to count Bumblebee, this is his first big Hollywood big
Bumblebee. He was actually pretty good at Bumblebee.
Because he played a military. He basically played himself. What? And just like in Peacemaker, he's playing a military type person.
Movie with his daughter. That shit
with
was
the Firehouse.
Huh? What are you doing?
I knew Sky. Yo.
The movie with his daughter.
What's
that
the
shit
other?
Was funny.
It's Scott. What's Cena's first movie?
You know what, Josh?
Cena's first movie.
I get. What was his first movie?
Yeah, when he was playing the game with the dude. He was trying to get his wife.
The Marine.
Is that
it? Yeah.
Oh, not the Marine. Is it the Marine?
No, it was like 13 something.
13 blocks, right?
He had to go through 13 blocks. It was something like that.
It was because the dude
he was stiff, but that was his first movie.
It was okay. Stiff. The dude who played E Honda in the Street Fighter movie was the security guard in the movie in the elevator scene. I know y'all don't watch our Street Fighter, so I don't know y'all know.
The only Street Fighter movie I remember is Street Fighter 2, the best movie with Bison, Ken, and Ryu take on
the animated. Yeah, not the animated. He's talking the animated. He's talking the animated. That's the greatest of all time. But nah, Scott know what I'm talking about.
The old school movie.
Your fist. Your man was like my face.
The old school movie. And then I also saw the follow-up.
12 rounds, Scott. 12 rounds.
12 rounds. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, 12 rounds.
But you answered a good question. Do I think John Cena could carry his own movie? I don't know.
Wait. The Peacemakers are going to be a movie or a show?
No, it's going to be a show. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be on HBO Max.
Well, I'm quite sure he's going to have like strong supporting cast. He has to. Yeah. Otherwise, I believe he's going to overact. He's going to try to overdo it.
Basically, what Warner Brothers is saying to us, or the DCEU are saying to us, is John Cena was so great as the Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad movie that it was warranting his own show. Why do they put too much pressure on themselves like this, man? Continue, John.
Yeah, especially when it's announced before the movie even come out. Right. So everyone's gonna be looking at his performance. We're gonna be like, I wonder what they saw. This is what they saw. Oh shit. Okay.
Why do they do stuff like this, man? Continue, Josh. I'm sorry. Continue, man.
So next, we got the movie that I'm hyped to see that I had negative doubts before the trailer.
Cheetah?
No, I knew Wonder Woman. I knew the minute they showed Cheetah CGI that it wasn't gonna be good. But that's y'all.
Cheetah is not done. She's not done.
I know she's not done.
We got another Wonder Woman movie coming.
But they shouldn't
another
even
Wonder
do that.
Woman movie coming. They should.
No. Batman with Robert Pattinson. That's the next. I think that shit's gonna be
it's
good.
Gonna be like a detective noir movie.
That shit's gonna be good. I'm feeling
younger.
That.
This is younger, right?
Yeah.
Is he immature as Batman?
No,
he's like just now.
I think he's just getting
now starting out, or
he's either like just starting out as Batman. Why, Scott? Why you look like that?
Off topic. You mentioned the Batman last time. Remember Batman Brave and the Bold?
Brave and the Bold was good. Batman Brave and the Bold. I started watching Beware the Batman. That shit's trash. I do not like that.
That's like a 3D animation.
And like Alfred's like he's not even like gray hair. He just walked out the military like 2 months ago. I was like, I don't like this. But the Batman, I think that's gonna be good. I had my doubts about Robert Pattinson, but I don't know. After seeing that trailer, I was kind of like, hey, yo, this shit looks hard body.
I gotta see this, man. I can't say. I wish I could be hyped for this. I'm not.
I'm kind of hyped.
It's not that I'm not. I'm just like, y'all know why I'm just chilling. Y'all know. But I hope it's great, bro. I hope it's great. That's all I say.
Now the next one, I did not know. Gotham PD, a TV series. I feel like you just had
Gotham, the TV show.
That's why you just had Gotham. So why are you gonna have Gotham PD?
That was lit.
What the man, you see what
and
DC
I think Gotham,
doing, son?
I swear, if the main character is like Harvey Bullock, I don't. That'd be ridiculous.
It literally says Gotham PD.
Harvey
TV
from
series.
Gotham is lit. He's funny, bro.
But a show solely on him or around him. He's a good side character.
You can't have a show clearly on him because from what I'm taking, they don't even know if Jeffrey Wright is going to be in here being Commissioner Gordon. So it's gonna be some
on Gotham PD.
I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna be about. It's gonna be like some rookie who just came into Gotham. That's what it's gonna be. Watch, it's gonna be like a rookie cop.
So Gotham that was on Fox. So Gotham essentially. Because that's what it was. He came from the military, and he got handed a job, and then learned. There you go.
Literally, and once again, this is what we talk about with DC doing too much. You just had Gotham, so now you're about to make a Gotham PD series. That doesn't even make sense. Like,
just go to people listening. Just go to Amazon and Google DC comic books and just take it from there. Please use your imagination because this shit is crazy.
Okay,
bro.
so a continuous loop of the same stuff. Whereas, can I get a new Green Lantern? I don't care who it is. Could be Jon Stewart. Could be Hal Jordan. Could be whoever.
I take that. No. You know what? I take that back. I take back what I just said because DC, for me right now, DC can do no wrong outside of movies. So I'm gonna be quiet and just wait to see. I'll take that back.
Outside of movies,
I'll take that back.
Everything else, DC rocks. Now this was funny because I forgot to mention this on Crisis on Earth. Now we got the Flash movie, but it's funny because on Infinite Crisis, he meets up with the Flash from Justice League. So they're like, and I'm not gonna lie, it was funny. Their interaction is funny because he's like, oh man, your costume looks so breathable. Like he's like touching it. But then once again, you can tell how different their personalities are. Because of course, Grant Gustin's Barry Allen is the Barry Allen I like. He's the one who's smart. He's not on joke time. He may have a joke. This one is completely on joke time. So he meets up with him and he's like, wait, how are you here? And they're like, oh, wait. He's like, yeah, my name's Barry Allen. What? Like they had this, but y'all already know how I feel about the Flash movie. I just don't.
I don't know. It's been.
I don't know.
It's in production hell. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either, man.
But once again, we're doing Flashpoint. Y'all already know how I feel about them doing Flashpoint as the first Flash movie. That makes no sense to me. The initial movie
is going to be about that. Okay.
I don't understand how you can. I really don't understand how you can pull out a Flash movie and just have Flashpoint in it. That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly, and it doesn't make sense because they were able to give an origin story, or at least a close one, to Wonder Woman. So they can't really do that. I would like to see, the whole, the Reverse Flash going back. I would like to see the Reverse Flash go back and that whole storyline and dynamic of killing his mom, and then have the first thing, be halfway emotional, and then see how he became the goofy, silly person, and him battling his inner demons, and then ultimately his outer demons. I would like to see that, similar to the origin story of how Wonder Woman became
Wonder Woman.
Her. So I would like to see that.
I'm definitely they could have gave a story. They could have gave him any other villain. I just don't think Flashpoint is a good. And if you go on Twitter right now and you actually talk about this, it's people who have really like, hey yo, you don't know what you're talking about. Shut up, fat ass. Some shit like that. Like, because I keep trying to tell them, y'all putting these DC movies on a pedestal. Y'all really are. This guy literally said, but I realized that Twitter is its own personality, because some dude has literally said that Spider-Man 3 was one of the best Spider-Man movies he saw, and I was like,
the Tobey?
This goes to
the Tobey Maguire when he's dancing that cringy ass scene. He said that I walked out of that movie was like, this is one of the best Spider-Man movies I've ever seen. I was like,
and this goes to what I was about to say right before you mentioned about the Flash and why the Flash needs what you're talking about. If you're not Superman or Batman in the DC universe, no one knows. No one cares.
Knows. Exactly. Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Marvel side.
Thank you.
Everybody love X-Men. Everybody love Wolverine. Everybody love Spider-Man. Everybody love all that shit. Everybody love all that.
Equal time.
The only two people that is now as popular now weren't back then is Captain America and Iron Man.
Literally.
They got brought up because of Chris Evans and Robert Downey. Literally. They made it more prevalent than what it was before.
Literally.
But back then, cool. if he wasn't Spider-Man, if he wasn't X-Men,
nobody knew exactly. I tell people that
Spider-Man, X-Men, Superman, Batman.
They call me crazy.
Spider-Man, X-Men, Superman, Batman. Yeah. If you're not none of them four,
nobody
don't know who you are.
Literally, I say that all the time. Those same people, nobody can tell me before the Avengers movies you knew about Iron Man and Captain America. Negative, Ghost Rider, you didn't know about them. Only true comic book fans knew about them. Only true fans. Nobody knew about that before you. Like I said, everybody knows how Batman became Batman. Everybody knows how Superman became Superman. Nobody knows about the Flash. So you gonna start this man off in Flashpoint?
Remember in Justice League they had the scene with him talking to his dad through the glass.
Exactly. And nobody knows
why is his father locked up, bruh?
But that's my point. But see, that's my point with DC. That's my whole point. Who sat in the conference room and was like, hey guys, let's start the Flash off with Flashpoint? Who said that? Because see, you needed an intern like me. Like, you're fucking out of your mind.
Now, the only thing I can see that they may do with that movie is that they make it like this last Wonder Woman movie, make it 2.5 hours and try to squeeze everything in it, which would be a clusterfuck because the story could be stretched out, and then that could be their new moneymaker or the new face of DC for.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Watch this, Scott. Wonder Woman 84 opened up with a flashback scene of her as a kid. Flash is going to open up with a flashback scene with him as a kid, with his father standing on him, sitting there, and his wife happening, whatever's happening. If we all know the story, what happens to his wife, his mom. So we're going to start it off the same exact way. We're going to start off with a flashback.
So they're going to do that, a flashback to kind of tell his story in the story within 10 minutes. And then everything else is just going to be about
present day. You know they're going to do the present day.
see, stuff like, Jay, stuff like that makes me want to punch air like this is Boys in the Hood.
But y'all know what? That's how y'all know what I see is going to happen? I think they're going to use Flashpoint to rewrite all the characters. I think they're going to
That's what they're going to do.
They're going to use Flashpoint.
So they can change casting.
Yeah, so they can change casting. Yeah. They're going to use Flashpoint to change the whole Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, all that. That's what I think they're going to do. That's exactly what I think they're going to use. Because why else would you start at Flashpoint? Yeah. Why else would you start? And then they're really taking Flashpoint as and even though I despised it on the Flash, if you actually look at the Flash, Flashpoint did a number on every Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, they took it serious. And one reason why we talk about why the Flash is so thick, because the weight that Barry had to carry from that. Like, literally, Dingle was like, wait, who gave you the right to change my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, Flashpoint affected everything in the Flash universe. It affected the Arrow universe. It affected Supergirl. Like, that affected everything. You're gonna put the Flashpoint in the movie, and what are we gonna know that it changed?
Because we don't know anything about multiverses yet.
We don't even know about the multiverse. Exactly. Exactly.
Unless they're gonna put that in their flashback and touch on it for like 5-10 minutes.
You know, DC, put it in the flashback, baby. Put it in the flashback. We'll work it.
They're gonna do what the part 2 of Avengers Endgame did. They're gonna introduce the rules. They're gonna throw the rules in possible.
That was some bullshit.
That's what they're gonna do.
That's
what they're gonna do. Did you see how fast? And I'm not trying to knock Endgame Part 2 or bring MCU, but did you see how fast it was? Oh, we can go back in time. But wait, why don't we go back in time and kill Thanos before he's born? Nah, that's only gonna affect that part, and that's gonna create a multiverse. We got blah blah. See how fast they had to quickly put the rules in of how they perceive time in the universe. You see how fast they had to do it? Like, this is our perception of how time works, and there was no inkling of time until this very possible moment you guys want to go back in time.
Because it was their last resort.
That's why I kind of hate Avengers Endgame Part 2. I don't think it sucked, don't get me wrong, but that part kind of killed me. Like, that's a cop-out. Like, oh yeah, let's go back in time.
It's the cop-out.
See, but Back to the Future, they established it. First movie, day one, this is how time works. This is how it's going to be. And that's what made it so... Continuity is the point. Yeah, same thing. Flashbacks do the same thing. They're gonna rush and tell you.
I'm trying to tell you the same thing they did in Man of Steel. I mean, even though I say all the time, the Batman animated series was good because we never went back in time, because the Batman animated series realized that everybody knows how Batman becomes Batman. So we don't need to go back to that day in the alley. We don't need to do that. We don't need it at all.
We good.
We don't need to go down that road. We already know how he's Batman.
Please.
And
stop.
The Flash, literally, nobody really knows. I guarantee we could call a random person right now. Tell us how the Flash became the Flash. We may come across 2 people who know exactly how the Flash became the Flash. But that's it.
He got struck by lightning.
He got struck by lightning.
He was at the lab after meeting Oliver in the first episode of Arrow, and then he got back and got struck by lightning.
DCU from the Arrow universe. Yo. Aquaman 2. I kind of enjoyed the first Aquaman. I
enjoyed the first one, but I have like personal feelings towards it just because I get invested in like the characters and the actors, and I just Johnny Depp X. Johnny Depp playing Mara. Johnny Depp.
That's right. Yeah.
What the whole thing with Johnny Depp just had me viewing her.
Okay, yeah, that's his ex-wife. Amber, Amber Heard, whatever her name is.
Amber Heard.
That's his ex-wife. Yes, sir.
So Jay, you know what I'm talking about, just as far as the dragon of the name, and then when it's seen that it was seen on both sides. It was just, and then I'm viewing that, and I'm like, okay.
He had to back out of the movie, and out of the
Fantastic Beast jump.
Yeah, the Fantastic Beast jump.
And then when they joined it was just a lot.
Yeah,
it's different.
And she still. I think they were trying to petition to get her.
They tried to petition, and then they tried to petition, and then she even made a statement saying, "You can do all you want because petitions don't have impact on casting." That was her words. She was like, "You can do all you want online. You can petition all you want. It's not going to have any impact on casting decisions."
That was dumb.
Now,
and when the movie make $5, we're gonna see how much impacted.
But you know what? Petition. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I wasn't there, so I can't say who did what, who did such and such. We wasn't there, but I do agree that he filed a report.
We have seen it's fault on both sides.
It's fault on both sides.
Only one person is getting.
If I put her aside, to be perfectly honest with you, she wasn't a good mirror anyway. I mean, she was decent. She wasn't like
she didn't have that. She wasn't memorable. That's the perfect word. She wasn't memorable.
She wasn't memorable. Exactly. She really wasn't. Like this isn't the same era we know from the show or from the comic books who would lay down her life for Aquaman. This wasn't her. So I was kind of like,
I just remember Ocean Master going hard. That man was going hard out there.
You know who was memorable, but no, the what's his name? What's the black dude name?
The guy who played Black Mantis.
Yeah, Black Manta.
The guy.
I said Black Manta. Yes, Black Manta. Yeah.
Black Manta.
Black Manta.
Yeah.
You think about that sci-fi show, but
Black Mantis. That's exactly what I said. I was like Black Mantis. So,
but yeah, he was memorable.
He was very memorable. He really was.
The bohemian hipster new version of Aquaman. That's memorable.
Yeah.
Not the clean cut. You know, he had the long hair. Looked like a hippie. That's memorable.
Like Manson.
He looked like a hippie.
He was dope.
I'm excited for Aquaman 2.
I am too.
I thought Aquaman was pretty good. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. And y'all know I love Shazam.
Yes.
That's my second
Second favorite. I was hesitant initially about Chuck. But you know what?
Oh, the dude, Zach. Yeah. Oh no, I wasn't
Zach
worried about him. I wasn't worried about him. He's a good actor.
I know he's good at comedy. He's good at comedy, and he's good at everything. So I was surprised.
Shazam.
That's going. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be good. Shazam is going to be good.
No more Shazam Rangers. I don't like that shit.
Oh yeah, Megan Good at the end.
Time out.
That was.
I would have liked to see them because they're in the comic books. I just think it would have been better if they were in like the second movie, not the first one. Because
that should have been saved because they just kind of
that should have been saved because like I mean we know, but you know when they split like that, their powers are shared. They don't have the full power, right? They're not at full strength. Their powers are shared or cut in half by that next person. So I feel like they should have done some more explaining about that. But that's cool. I'll take it.
It was cool. You saw the little kids get involved. It was a kid movie. It was like what Jay said last week about Wonder Woman. It was like a feel good kid movie. It was. But at least they executed it better.
Hey, bring me that cheese.
The booty trap. That's the best joke. The booty trap. Whenever I think about that episode, is hilarious. He like, I mean, that scene is hilarious. He's like, think of somewhere to go.
Shazam Rangers.
They come out the booty trap. He was like, literally. He was like, what? Black Adam. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm hype about that. The Rock doesn't let me down. So
when celebrities like go hard for a comic book character, then I feel a certain way. So, you know, same thing with what's his name? Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds. He was like dedicated and he's like, I want to get this right, especially after Origin. I want to get this right. I want it. So and Rock been vouching and been pulling for it for a long time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Said The Rock don't let you down?
Do you know how
wait. I just sorry.
The Rock don't let you down?
Wait, just by saying that. Wait. You know what? Okay,
no, I did not see Baywatch.
Okay, but you know,
I did not see Baywatch.
Baywatch. No, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. It was cheesy. But Jay, you know what I saw the other day? For the first time. No, I that's the thing. I never saw his early movies like Game Plan. You know what I saw? I saw the trailer for Tooth Fairy, and I was like, oh my god, how did they make this shit?
But
I saw that.
But from a kid's point of view, Tooth Fairy was good.
From a kid, yeah.
From a kid point of view, it was a kid movie.
It was made for kids.
It was made for kids. It was made for kids.
So many. Hercules wasn't even that long ago. That's the crazy thing.
But
it was only like
was actually 2-3 years ago. Hercules was all right. Hercules was all right, y'all. Come on now.
You like Rampage?
No, Rampage was trash.
I like Rampage just because.
I like the game.
I like
the game. So I like Rampage because I like the game.
I liked Rampage. Just no. You know what? Like you guys say, I like Rampage just for what it was. I didn't care about the story and how ridiculous
the story was. Very ridiculous. It was just ridiculous.
It was just like an action movie. A gorilla get some space. Yeah. Okay. Like the movie with the skyscraper where he has like fake legs, like so a lot of his movies.
Time out. My boo Nev was hard. My boo Nev Campbell was in there. You leave that out your mouth. That boo was in there. That shit was hard.
Andreas was hard.
That shit was hard. Yeah, that shit was hard, Scott. You leave Nev Campbell out.
No, not that one. I'm talking about skyscraper.
Y'all remember in high school where I used to walk around?
Oh, skyscraper.
Y'all remember when I used to walk around with my notebook with Nev Campbell in it in high school? Y'all remember that? Because Nev Campbell was Boo Boo. Y'all remember that?
I don't.
I remember you had a crush on her. Yeah,
I had a big crush
on
Nev Campbell.
I don't remember the notebook. I remember
a big crush on Nev Campbell.
Spider-Man and Raven-Symoné.
I remember.
Raven-Symoné.
You mean regarding Josh or regarding you in high school?
What? Josh. All I remember from me with Josh wasn't Nev Campbell. It was Spider-Man and Raven-Symoné. That's all I remember.
What I remember from Josh from high school is Spider-Man, fish sandwich, because that would be his line from Ladies Man, and and
remember the Raven-Symoné
and Butterbean.
Remember?
Raven-Symoné
used to go to war over Raven-Symoné versus Kyla Pratt.
We used to go to war over that shit. Oh my god.
Well, I was always Team Raven Until
that's why Scott didn't run, because he was. No, y'all remember when Spoon used to say?
It was Kyler Pratt.
Y'all remember when?
I was Kyler Pratt.
Y'all remember when Michael Witherspoon used to be like, Donovan McNabb, my father, and I was thinking about that the other day. Scott, man, Mike was funny as shit, yo. That's my man. He's like, yeah, man, it don't matter, because Donovan McNabb, my father, and the dude from the Redskins was his mother. I was dying laughing, son. I think about that shit all the time, son. That shit was so funny.
Yo,
I miss Spoon, bro. I miss
Spoon. Spoon was funny.
Spoon went, hey, yo, that man could have been a comedian. I swear to God, every time I was around that fool, he was just hilarious, bro.
Oh my God.
Next movie, Wonder Woman 3. I'm not even gonna talk about that, but okay.
I'm excited. I'm not hyped for it. I'm excited. It's returning back to modern times. They're gonna pull it all together on this one. Eddie Jenkins has learned their lesson. I told y'all last stream this was gonna happen. I told y'all.
Man, I just hope so.
It's still, remember how I said in the chat that there was a couple things that I was thinking of and still kind of upset over even a week later. Mm-hmm. There's still some stuff. Like so Justice League, that took place like in the present, right?
Yes.
Was she flying in that?
No, she did not fly in Justice League.
My brother just literally bought this up a couple of days ago. He literally just bought this up. I promise you he did.
She did not.
So he said she learned how to fly in 84, but didn't fly in Justice League.
Hey, yo, Jabril funny as shit.
He literally did. He literally just bought it up. Because when I had questions about The Mandalorian, he said, I got questions about Wonder Woman. And so we shared thoughts, and I was like, yeah, he's right. She didn't fly. She dashed. She did the little dash.
And somebody was laughing at me. I guess I was talking to my cousin about it, and I literally told them, I guess they had showed a show about me. I was like, what was the point of her lasso in the sun? I mean, the lightning at that point. My cousin was like, I really didn't get it. I really didn't get it.
I think she did it in a comic book once, and they just slapped it on there for fan service.
It looks cool.
It looks cool, definitely.
Yeah.
So
Wonder Woman. I'm excited for Wonder Woman 3.
I do want to see Wonder Woman.
I'm excited.
I want to see Wonder Woman in modern times. I'm tired of seeing her in the past. I don't like that. I do not like that.
This will doom her franchise forever if this is wrong. This is the breaking point. Matrix 1 was classic. Yeah, Matrix 1 was classic. Matrix 2 was underwhelming, and Matrix 3 was booty.
Yeah,
we done with Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix 3 was bad.
We done.
And now it's up a restart, reboot.
She 1-1. Yeah, she won. Patty's 1-1. She's 1 for 1 right now. 1 win, 1 loss.
Yeah, because
that. You can finish it up. Let's go, Patty. Bring it back.
I got faith that she could do it. Like, so I didn't know this, but they're gonna do. Y'all know? Remember in Aquaman, it was this place called the Trench. It was like where all the creatures, like the dark. So apparently that's in development. It's called the Trench. It's an Aquaman spinoff film sitting on the trench, the area of the sea where mass of the creatures were. I don't know how I feel.
Okay, what creatures are they gonna expound on?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like some darkened creatures, some shit. I feel like it's gonna be. Did you ever see the new Godzilla?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all know me. I love Godzilla. In fact, Godzilla could kick King Kong's ass. That's because I'm a Godzilla person. In fact, you see the Godzilla poster on the wall right here. I keep Godzilla near me. But in the Godzilla, when he gets hurt, he's healed by nuclear energy. Well, he goes to the Earth core. Of course, the radiation down there is super high. So he's like recharging himself. But literally they go deep, like down into the core.
Second Godzilla movie is trash to me because they killed my man, the Asian dude, off that jump. I was done with Godzilla. I'm done with that movie.
Yeah, and he didn't need to die.
Ken Watanabe.
Yeah, he didn't need to
Watanabe.
Die.
I'm good on that. Keep that jump. Keep that Godzilla movie. He had to kill my man like that.
I will say his scene when he actually dies is pretty emotional. It's not emotional, but it was a nice.
It is.
He finally got to see Godzilla up close, and Godzilla didn't try to attack him or nothing. Like, I thought that was dope. So, but yes, they didn't have to kill my man off like that. I agree with you, bro. I was like, why y'all kill this man off? That didn't even make any sense.
Wait, speaking of things that lurk underneath water and trouble that make happen. Watch this movie. It came out earlier this year. It's called Underwater. It has Kristen Stewart in it. Watch it.
Might check it out, man.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Crisis on Infinite Earth 2, because it made me realize they actually took Lucifer out of there when Constantine went to go see the devil. Big ups to that. Big ups for that. Green Lantern Corps, the TV series. I'm not even gonna get started on that.
I'm excited.
I'm not, Jay.
I'm excited.
They're not gonna learn from their. The suit's gonna be CGI again. They're not gonna learn.
If the suit CGI is dead, but as of right now, based on what I've seen from all DC shows, I'm excited because they do pretty good on that. Man. So
I feel like they're gonna mess that up, bro.
I watched the first Titan show. I was blown away. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna watch me some. I'll check out Green Lantern.
I mean, do y'all realize how bad the Green Lantern was that they make fun of it in Teen Titans in the movie, the cartoon one? They make fun of it in there, and they make fun of it in a Marvel movie. That's how bad the Green Lantern was. That's how bad Green Lantern was. Like,
it's not a movie; it's a show. It's not a movie; it's a show. So it's gonna be different.
So
I don't understand. I guess Warner Brothers, like, when it comes to their shows and their cartoons, they let them have free reign.
They don't have free reign.
But when it comes to the movies, they it seems like they micromanaging it.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Every DC show, like, I really thought Swamp Thing was gonna be trash. Man, Swamp Thing was good. Titans was good. Doom Patrol was good.
I thought Titans was. I was like, man. I turned on Titans. I was like, man, let me watch it. This shit ain't even about to be the first episode. I'm like, oh shit,
Titans is hard. Like, wait till you get to like season 2 and 3. Yo,
I was like, oh shit,
Titans is hard, bro. Like,
they can do everything but movies, man. Go ahead.
Titans go hard in the paint. Like, I'm not, boy. Justice League Dark TV series.
Huh.
That's gonna be good. And look, in 2015, Del Toro stepped away from the Justice League Dark. Remember, I told y'all he was supposed to do Justice League.
I ain't watching it.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Okay, Del Toro stepped away from Justice League Dark project. He had been developing for a few years, but Dark Universe, as it was called, is continued to be in development. Doug Liman, the Bourne Identity, came aboard and then later, I don't know. If Del Toro's not doing it, I'm not with it. If Del Toro's not with it, I'm not doing it. That's probably gonna be some ass. And I wonder who's gonna play. I'm trying to see if our boy is gonna play John Constantine. Yeah, because it doesn't even say that he's gonna play Constantine.
His name is Matt Ryan for real.
His name is Matt Ryan for real.
I know. Yeah.
But he's a good ass Constantine, bro. He's a good ass Constantine.
The same one from Arrow that I saw, right? Same dude.
Yes. That dude. So they should definitely get the dude to play Swamp Thing, because they got Swamp Thing on this picture. Like I was telling y'all, he's not in there all the time, but Swamp Thing is part of the Justice League Dark. And hopefully they pick the same man who played Swamp Thing in the series, because he was good. Now, as far as Zatanna and Deadman, I don't know who they're going to get to do Zatanna. Actually, they could get Zendaya to do her. That's not bad. They could do that.
They doing Zatanna?
No. Well, they would have to do Zatanna. Zendaya. They should get her to play Zatanna.
Well, she doing movies and you know I doubt she would do that.
No,
I doubt
she don't strike me as the type of girl who would just like, it would have to be. I think she would do it. It would be dope if she did.
They doing Zatannas. They doing.
And plus, you gotta remember, she's also in Marvel and Spider-Man.
Justice League Dark. Oh yeah, she is doing Spider-Man. Yeah. They could not do a Justice League. They could not do a Justice League Dark without Zatanna. That's not going to work. That's not going to work at all.
That means we're going to see Dr. Fate too then.
Depends. We may see Dr. Fate.
Bring back Surrender Swan from Smallville.
Hey, she was bad. She was bad though. She was a bad Zatanna.
I mean, Dr. Fate. No spoilers on why I'm saying they should do Dr. Fate. I'm not going to spoil that, but they better do Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate is the joint.
Okay, Zatanna and Deadman.
Supergirl on hold. A Supergirl film was reported. I I don't think we need a Supergirl movie.
Put her in a movie with Superman.
Now, that would be great if they put her
in a movie with Superman.
Do you know there's not a lot of people that know that Supergirl is actually stronger than Superman? A lot of people don't know that.
Nah, they don't.
I was shocked.
Stronger, older.
You're stronger and older. And my cousin was like, how?
They don't know she can morph.
Right. My cousin was like, how? I said, because when they both got shipped off of Krypton when it was blowing up, but her pod got lost in a asteroid field or something. I was like, she's older than Clark. Like, she's older. So she's more powerful. Well, that's not the reason she's more powerful, but that's not
the reason.
Right. Her ship absorbs some more of rays or something, and that's why she's more powerful than Clark. And y'all seen the way she took on Darkseid in the little Justice League Apocalypse. I liked how they gave her own fighting style too. Like, I like that. The New Gods. I wanted to see that because what's my girl Ava? What's the director's name? Scott, help me out here. The black director.
DuVernay?
Yeah, she was supposed to be directing the New Gods. So I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Okay, we can have grandmother goodness, granny goodness. Let's go for some.
If Granny Goodness not in it, I don't want to see it. If Granny Goodness, hey son, if Granny Goodness not in it, I don't want to see it, bro.
And if she don't sound like Della Reese, I don't want it.
If she don't sound like Della Reese, I ain't trying to be in it. Son, they're gonna have to cast that really good. Granny Goodness is the business. Oh my God. Oh,
Granny Goodness.
Oh man, they gotta nail that one.
Speaking of off topic, I watched Young Justice season 3, classic by the way.
Oh, I haven't seen the new one yet.
Oisha's mom, stepmother D, is the voice of Amanda Waller. Continue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's good. That's actually pretty damn good. I haven't seen season 3 yet of Young Justice.
After watching Young Justice season 3, Young Justice is now a top 5 animated show I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was already that when they took the end of the first season, when they took on the Justice League, that shit was hard body.
Young Justice is top 5. It's a top 5 cartoon. Yes.
Batgirl.
I didn't watch the show yet.
Well,
that's a movie or a show?
So this one just say Batgirl, but I thought they were supposed to be actually doing a movie of that.
They recasted Batgirl, right? Because the original girl's gone from Batgirl.
Original girl.
Wait, Batgirl is Barbara. Batwoman is Kane.
I think you're getting that confused with Batwoman, right? Batgirl's Barbara Gordon, right? Well,
wait, what? They're gonna do a movie of her? Okay, maybe they go the whole origin where she gets her legs and.
Well, but that
becomes the Oracle.
But actually, that's what I was thinking about. Because that shouldn't last that many seasons because she becomes the Oracle. So,
Oracle.
But then again, you would have to introduce the Joker at this point. You would have to do that. You can't just have some random dude shoot her in the damn. that would be whack. Who is this random ass dude? Like, it's like, who is this random ass dude?
Thug number 3. Thug number 3 shot.
Thug number 3. So they would literally have to introduce the Joker at this point. They would literally have to do that. They would have to do that.
We'll see.
There'd be no way around that. Like, that's a big part of the movie. Yes, it's supposed to be a movie.
Oh, they did announce because they announced Static Shock and Batgirl having movies coming soon. That's right.
Oh, I didn't know they did it at the same time.
Yeah, they announced it just like a couple days ago. Yeah.
Static Shock.
Okay. Alicia Silverstone. Wait, okay, Static Shock. Waiting for that.
Michael B. Jordan.
Can't wait.
I think Michael B. Jordan should be Static Shock. That would be really.
I mean, he's executive producing it.
He's producing it.
He's producing it. If he produce and star in it, that means it's a passion project type thing. And now we've seen positive and negative. We've seen positive and negative with passion projects. All right, Channing Tatum and Gambit, and then we had Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool. But the Gambit just never happened.
Scott, let me ask you, why do you keep throwing that Gambit movie in existence like that?
Because the fact that it was in talks and we still, okay. We still can't get like a decent version. We still can't get a decent version.
Dude, I wouldn't mind a Gambit movie, just not Channing.
Yeah, it can't be Channing Tatum. Yeah, I don't think he'll be a good.
Cannot have Channing Tatum say more than me for 2 whole hours.
You can't do it, son. You can't do it, son. Channing Tatum can't pull that off, bro. He barely pulled off Jupiter Ascending.
Oh God, I've never seen that movie. I want to see it.
That shit was terrible. Do not see it. Do not see it. That shit was terrible. That shit was terrible.
Yeah, we were scrolling through Netflix. I said, he was like looking for a nice romantic movie. Oh, that looks nice. No, let's just watch Office for the
I would have cut the TV on and be like, damn, something wrong with the remote. Nightwing.
Okay.
Yes.
I would definitely want to see that. I would
movie
definitely
or show.
So it just says like many DC projects. It looks like it's gonna be a movie.
Okay, I can get with it. I can get jiggy with that shit.
I don't know if it would a movie work out. I think if it was a show, it would definitely work out. A show would definitely work out.
Could have been Nightwing, more Nightwing than Batman.
They already have Titans.
Huh?
Pattinson could have been more Nightwing than Batman.
Right. So yeah, see now if they did the show and your man took on the dude who is Nightwing in the jump. Yeah.
And Titans.
Lobo. I would love to see a Lobo jump. That jump be hard body.
The main man.
I would love for Lobo, but he needs a series. It doesn't need to be a movie. Because nobody would go see it. Except us real comic book heads would go see that. That'd be a waste.
Yeah.
It needs to be like a show.
Yeah. If it's a movie, it'll be like a cult classic. It'll be one of those you gotta be in the know to know.
And let's not forget, Lobo has literally gone toe to toe with Big Blue. You know what I'm saying?
Superman.
He done went toe to toe with Big Blue. So it gotta be
fist to fist.
Right, fist to fist. This shit gotta be good.
Fist to fist.
In fact, you know what's funny?
Wait.
Have you ever seen that show Krypton? Have you ever seen that show Krypton?
Josh, I swear, I was just about to say, have any of you seen Krypton on Sci-Fi?
Yes.
And Lobo was on that.
And Lobo was on that show, and he was giving Clark's grandfather the business. But of course, he's not, you know, that joke was good. Oh, look, Cyborg status unknown. Hey, Scott, that don't say status unknown.
If any project, I'm not a part of it. Copy that.
I would love to see a Cyborg movie. Too bad it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen now. It's
not going to happen for a few years now. You got to wash the taste of Ray Fisher out and try to infuse some new talent in there.
Man, I feel so bad because I really want to see Ray Fisher be Cyborg.
I want to see a black man. I just want to see anyone who goes from relatively unknown to and without being cocky.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I'm saying with him, he had only did a couple Broadway stuff before he got pulled on to do Justice League. Yeah. And for his
and then act like that. Come on, man.
Shit. He nailed that shit.
Booyah.
Superman reboot.
Yeah.
Superman reboot.
Reboot.
Yep. It says Superman reboot.
Oh, is there a crypto show too with the dog? We're just not gonna speak on his super dog too. Got it.
Once again, I think that
are you crypto?
Justice League Part 2, but we gotta get through the Snyder Cut first. Joker 2.
The Snyder Cut and wait. So it's Justice League 2. Mm-hmm. So I'm quite sure that's coming out years later. Yeah, years. After I'm pretty Flash, sure. Where they have Flash and the Flashpoint, and they have the ability to recast.
Exactly. Because just like your boy Phoenix, they got a Joker 2 up here, but technically, I'm pretty sure they said that his Joker is not in the DCEU, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
right?
No,
right.
He's not.
Right. So his Joker is not even in the DCEU. So, which is a pity though, because he was a good Joker.
To be completely honest, I couldn't see that version of Joker, that Joaquin Phoenix version. I couldn't see that in a like superhero Batman movie. I couldn't.
Good point.
Because that movie was more about mentally
it was,
and the other one was just like a maniac who just wants to go on a killing spree for whatever. It's different.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Love that Joker movie.
That man, Joker. But you know what, y'all? I really thought they was going to fuck it up at the end, because when he kept on, when they told him that
the ending was like
not even the end. The part when he kept on trying to say that he was Bruce Wayne's brother. I thought they was really going to like fuck it up. I was like, man, they.
When he went to see him through the gate.
Yeah, I was like, they done fucked up the movie. I said they didn't. It was going so good, but then they nailed the joint. And I'm like, bet. And the whole time, the whole thing of him leading into Crime Alley, that shit was great. That was perfect, because I mean, it was perfect because now you see the chaos that he created spawn Batman. That mind blown. That shit was good.
I just like that as the movie went on, the less he started taking those drugs, the more insane he became.
But I ain't gonna. That was
he stopped laughing. He stopped goofing off. He stopped saying some real shit.
At the end, that was a complete mind. Like when the whole time when you realized Zoe Beats was just in his head, that shit was completely like
he lived.
Yeah, that shit was a mindfuck.
He lived. The director said she lived because everybody was wondering, like, did he kill her at the end, like at that point? He said no, she lived because she didn't do anything wrong. My jump was the midget.
Yo, that's the
can't unlock the door.
He said he was like he patted him on the head though. When he patted him on the head, he was like, "Chris, you always been good to me." And then he was like,
I can't unlock the lock.
But you know what though? I tell people all the time. Somebody had this argument that the Joker would have killed him. I said, no, not necessarily. I said, as much as we watch the Joker, if you think about it, there's probably only one time where he was really killing randoms, and that was in Dark Knight, the Dark Knight series. I said, that's when, when he's going through the park blasting people. I said, that's something the Joker would have did. He would have made him think he was going to kill him. Like, and that's exactly what he did. He makes him think that he was going to kill him, but then he lets him go. I said, that's some real Joker shit right there. That's the real Joker right there. I said, that was real.
His whole energy was just to push Batman's buttons. That's all he was trying to do.
That's all he was ever doing.
Push his buttons.
That's all he ever did. I said, man.
Yeah, I just want to push his button.
I said, that scene right there, though, because, man, that shit was hard body. Gotham City Sirens. Definitely want to see it. What the
hell is that?
That's with like Poison Ivy,
Black Canary,
Harley Quinn, and
women sirens, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay, women sirens. Okay,
Catwoman.
You said Gotham PD earlier, so when you said Gotham Sirens, I'm this a Law and Order version of Gotham?
Gotham City Sirens. That joint would be hard body. I want to see that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's the one that that's the one that the woman that played Harley Quinn.
Yes.
What's her name? Margot.
Yeah,
she's
a great Harley to me. They couldn't. I feel like they picked. She is a great.
She's good with that accent.
She's a great.
Yeah, bro.
I love how she's a hard ass too. Like she's sad and shit, but she'll kick your ass too. I love that shit. I love that shit. They did really good casting. Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Who else can make a scene about an egg sandwich so dramatic? I wanted that egg sandwich. I was like, man, I need that jump, bro. That egg sandwich looks so damn good. And then the way when she dropped that jump, I was like, the egg sandwich. She made that.
I couldn't finish that movie. Yes. I couldn't.
Whoa,
and like Birds of Prey.
Time out. Did you just say that you couldn't finish Birds of Prey?
I couldn't finish it. It was early. It was not. It was like middle of the pandemic. I tried to, but it was other stuff going on. I didn't finish it. So
hey, Scott,
I don't know exactly all that.
To me, Birds of Prey is the best movie in the DCEU.
Wonder Woman 1 is the best movie.
No, I can't. No. Now I'll give you 3. I'll definitely give you 3. Because to me,
I got
Birds
halfway.
Of Prey, Shazam, and then Wonder Woman.
Those are
okay.
Look,
I saw about half or at least 40 minutes into it. I didn't like it. The tone that it was going for. I didn't like.
The only reason I didn't like Birds of Prey, I don't like the way they had written Black Mask or Victor's ass. That's the only reason I didn't like it. I mean, that's the only reason I didn't.
Gay lover or something like that.
Like, I mean, because Black Mask is supposed to be some hard ass under criminal, and he's written like so soft. He's like, well, what should I do, Victor? Like, no, you're Black Mask. I'm gonna put my foot up his ass, and then we're gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and Victor says wasn't scarring himself after every kill.
Like, we're talking about every time Victor killed somebody, he would slash himself. Victor had like 2, but he wasn't even like a Victor's ass to me. He was
right back into. I'll be right back.
He was like, he was just like a sidekick, like, because that's really what he was. But no, to me, my top 3 movies in the DCEU, well, my top 3 in order are Birds of Prey, Shazam, and Wonder Woman. Those are my 3 movies in DCEU. I thought them things
it's
were
not excellent. That many. So I just say I just keep it to Shazam. I've seen that a couple times, and Shazam it's a kiddie movie. It's very kiddie, but I thoroughly enjoyed it because I can see how it can, because it's essentially a kid as the superhero inside
exactly.
It. So Shazam and Wonder Woman. I'm struggling to think of others like the Batman vs Superman. The Aquaman wasn't like.
Aquaman would be my fourth movie. But
Aquaman could be up there. Yeah,
man, you definitely need to finish watching Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey was
it was just difficult.
I actually do have another problem with that. I almost forgot the main reason why I almost didn't put it in my top one. The way Cassandra Cain is written. I do not. She's a pickpocket.
The little Asian girl.
Yeah, but because Cassandra Cain in the comic book, she's a top assassin in the DC universe. So. And she's been trained from birth by the League of Shadows to be an assassin. Her mother and father are assassins. I hated the way she was written in there. Hated it. Like, I was like, this is, If they would have took that same girl to play Cassandra Cain and written her to be an assassin, it would have been great. Yeah, so I didn't like the way, but as I said, Birds of Prey is my top movie in the DCEU. It's number one for me, for sure, without a doubt.
Even with those things you just said.
Even with those things I just said, because the movie was entertaining. We got to see the Huntress. We got to see Black Canary. The acting was good in it. I liked how Harley was really going through it. Like, here she been with the Joker for a long time, and she's really going through a breakup, and she was literally acting like she was going through a breakup. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was great the way she did that. I liked how, even though Cassandra Cain, they rated her stupid, but how it was women looking out for women. I liked how they had her back, and they was all helping her out. I really wish they would have written Cassandra Cain the right way. Even, I know they would have had to kind of rewrite the whole story. It's just, for people who don't know Cassandra Cain, they're like, oh, she was just some helpless pickpocket. No, this girl was a full-blown assassin, like, not to be fucked with assassin. So I didn't like that. But other than that, it was good. I really couldn't stand. Hey, Jay, I was just telling him I couldn't stand the way they written Cassandra Cain in Birds of Prey. That shit was bad. I remember telling Jay, I was like, Jay, this shit is bad. They're like, it's like they didn't even read the comic book on her. They was just like, yeah, let's just give her a name, Cassandra Cain, and make her a damn pickpocket. This shit was dumb.
But they do, man. It's fan service.
The Man of Steel too. Well, y'all know how I feel about y'all know how I feel about the first. Jason, I meant to tell you, I have been rewatching Man of Steel, and it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's really not. It's really not as bad as I thought it was. Now, I would I would really say it's not as bad as I thought it was. Like,
yeah.
Remember how I said it was probably like the worst movie to DC? No, it's definitely not the worst movie.
Crazy.
It's not.
It's not.
In fact,
it's the second best Superman movie.
I may just go ahead and put it in my top 5 for DCEU.
Yeah. It was fire.
Like, when I go back and I actually went back and watched it maybe like 2 weeks ago, and besides the fucking flashbacks, I liked how even the Zod fight, when he tosses his mother and Superman comes in there, he's like, you think you can come down here and fuck with my mom? And he's giving him the business. I'm like, that's what you do when somebody hits your mom. That's what you do. Like, so I'm going to go ahead and renounce my, Man of Steel is not the worst movie in the DCEU. It's not.
All I say is this. Watch all the Superman Return action scenes. Oh, wait, there were only 2.
That's right.
Now watch Man of Steel action scenes. It was Dragon Ball Z, but damn it, that's better than what they've been giving us up until this point.
It was. And then I don't know, maybe because we saw it in the movie theater and we're sitting on a big screen, it's harder to watch. But when I'm watching it right now, I'm like, hey, this is fine. Like, it's not as bad as I remember it being in the movie theater. Because I remember that movie theater, I was like this. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
It was Dragon Ball Z.
You were right. I'm going to go ahead and say now. Hold on,
John. Before he get back, talking about Boba Fett. How was Boba Fett still alive when he was supposed to die in Return of the Jedi?
And that's where I was confused at too, because at first I was like, oh, it's Jango, but I was like, no, Jango was Boba Fett's father. That's right. So I was like, wait, you're right. How is this Boba Fett?
Because Disney said the books are not canon, but Boba Fett was revived in the books. So how is he alive?
Exactly. So I didn't know, and when he came up, it was kind of like just you. I'm like, wait, but see, I never knew they had said that in the canon. Before that, I never knew Disney had said that. So that's a trick bag because I never knew they said that. So
my guess is when Disney's new trilogy failed, where they couldn't create their own successful universe, now we're going to dig from the past. We're going to dig from the
But if you think about it, that's the only reason they pulled Luke back, because that's the only reason they pulled, because they had to, like you said, because you know where I really thought it was going? I really thought maybe, because I didn't see the spoiler before, whatchamacallit, but I heard about it, but I never saw it. So I thought there was going to be Ren back or something.
Right. But Man of Steel 2.
Yeah, Man of Steel 2. So,
look, the thing is, here's the thing. One, the mic was still, you guys were already talking about Star Wars and Boba Fett and all that stuff. I didn't hear in detail what you guys were talking about, but I heard Boba Fett. Long as you didn't
detail. All right, good.
So, I still think that Henry could have done a better job as Superman, but Man of Steel is not as bad as I thought it was. It really wasn't.
Yeah, man, it's really Man of Steel lit.
Man of Steel
Let's go, Man of Steel.
Now, do I still think it's better than Superman 2? No, not at all. But
it's not better than Superman 2.
But it's not better than Superman 2. It's really the best Superman movie after that. Like, I agree. Jared Leto's Joker movie.
Interested.
Wait, they still have him on board? For real? He still want to do it?
Well,
interested.
I don't know. It's reportedly dead. But
he's doing Morbius too now. The Morbius trilogy, apparently.
Morbius should have been out.
Yeah, they're doing a trilogy.
I understand COVID.
Yeah.
But
they're doing a trilogy of Morbius.
But see,
I think they said it's out for a trilogy.
That's how they're gonna get. I'm trying to tell you, that's how they're gonna get Blade in there. Because without Morbius, there will be no Blade. So that's how they're gonna get Blade. That's how they're gonna introduce Blade. Watch, mark my words. That's how they're gonna introduce Blade.
Morbius gonna be interesting.
A Harley Quinn movie and Joker movie that's reportedly dead. Oh wait, it was actually the Man of Steel movie. Oh, y'all, I've been reading this wrong. So the Gotham City Sirens is reportedly dead. Man of Steel 2 is reportedly dead.
Okay.
The Jared Leto Joker movie is reportedly dead. And the Harley Quinn Joker film is dead. Oh wow. Okay. Well, that
the
just
Man of Steel.
Go ahead.
But Henry, they just said Henry can't. Well, we talked about it last name. It's a rumor that he's already signed on for the next few Man of Steel movie. Well, he signed on to be Superman in the movie again. So
he signed on to
that
be
might
Superman.
Be back on. Yeah, it might be back on, but hopefully it is. I want to see a Man of Steel too, man.
Yeah,
I want to see
Man of Steel was not as
man.
bad as I thought it was. It really wasn't.
I hope Henry Cavill's not walking away from this. I want to see another Man of Steel. Man.
Yeah,
I can't speak for PD and all that.
No, I can't speak for that PD crap. But yeah, I really thought that shit was bad. I was like, ooh, this Superman. But now when I watch it at home, I don't know, because I remember telling Jay when he walked out, I said it felt very Dragon Ball Z. I was like,
that joke was lit.
Yeah, that joke was not bad. I actually liked that thing. That thing was not bad.
It was the best. I felt like it was the best way to get the full extent of a Superman action scene. You know what I mean? Is to make it that way. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, this is not bad at all.
Imagine if he was fighting in slow motion. Man would be like, hey, yo.
What's going on here? So, Scott, we need you to finish The Mandalorian, though, because we got some shit to talk about, and I need you to finish that this week.
Okay. I don't know about this week, but I'll try. What I have been doing, I'm still. We only have 8 more episodes left of My Hero before the season 4 is over, because season 5 starts in March. I don't know when it's gonna officially air, if it's gonna air at the same time. But I got 8 more episodes left in My Hero, and I'm completely caught up. Love Chisaki got his ass kicked. Woo.
Whoa! Stop! Because I'm not far in My Hero. So what do you wait?
How he smoke you in My Hero, man?
Hey, Jay, I was binging that show was good.
It's lit.
That show, the whole first half of the 4th season, didn't even seem like it was like the other rest of the show because it was it's great. And then I'm on season 4, but I'm on the second half after Overhaul part.
Okay.
After Airy and Overhaul, and they changed. Look, also, I just want to put it out. Whoever. Wait. I didn't say what happened. I just want to say this: the intro to the first half of season 4, that's intro song.
Yeah.
I downloaded it because that shit when he put his hand up, and I'm like, oh, it just gets you hype. The intro music to season 4, it just gets you hype.
Yes.
Josh, and also, yeah.
I just
hold on, Scott. Hold on. Oh, go ahead. What season you on?
Wait. What season you're on, Scott?
I'm on the second half of season 4.
Have you seen A Million? Have you seen A Million?
Lemillion?
Yeah, Lemillion.
Yeah.
All right, so have you met the girl with the horn in her head?
Eerie, yes.
Okay, so I'm literally like, Lemillion just tried to save her from the dude.
Oh, from Chisaki. Okay, so you right there. So give it a few episodes.
You're not far behind.
Oh, okay.
You right there.
Yeah.
You're right there.
Yeah, you're not far behind.
But you know what I'm talking about as far as the intro music. For that season, for that first half.
Okay, yes, I do know, yes.
That music just gets you hyped.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was hyped when so basically, because they're in their little hideout, but the compound can move because it's a dude with a quirk that can change the rooms around them and shit. And
only with that special drug, that special enhancer, he can move the whole thing.
And the thing
Lock
about
sucks.
it is,
I just want to say that. Lock. He talking. Oh no, we were talking about that shit. He talking all that shit about why you have a seat at the table. Why you got stabbed by you. Okay, I don't know if you got that part, but he gets
I got
done
that part.
up.
So basically, he got stabbed by the chick who can. Yeah, I seen that part.
Can imitate people. Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at now. If I remember correctly, that's where I left off at. But I want to see the movies too. But I don't know where the movies fall in. I want to see the My Hero movies.
The movies happen, I think, and I saw it because I'm so like hyped up on it. I'm ready for the next. I think the movies like fall during the summer, like during the summer break. I think.
Okay. I want to see the movies. I definitely want to see the movies. Okay. Well, guys, that's all I had this week.
Okay. Let me just say this before. Let me just say before we go. Also, in addition to My Hero. And finishing up, I got 8 episodes left in the 4th season. We also started Demon Slayer yesterday, and here's the thing: we started it yesterday afternoon, and we're already on episode 18.
Well, it's only 26, right?
They'll do it to you.
Nah,
it's only like 26.
It's only 26, and a season 2 was coming.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
I don't know if you'll know that.
I don't remember episodes. What's happening in the episode that you're watching?
Okay, the episode that I'm watching, okay, him and the dude with the boar's head, they finished fighting the dude with no. They're still in the woods and they're still fighting the spider family.
Oh, wait, have you finished that? Have you finished that episode? Like, are they done with the fighting?
No. Well, the part that we are at now. Last thing I remember is that dude that can control lightning. He just because he was poisoned. He was poisoned, and then the way he went after.
Asleep, woke up. Like
I want to tell y'all. I will say this real quick. I thought that dude was the most annoying dude in the show.
I thought he was annoying. It was funny how he's going after
Ninja. But he's funny, so it was kind of canceling out.
Yeah, I loved him.
He's funny as shit. So when he noticed my man's sister,
girl, his sister in the box.
He was
a box the whole time.
Son, he was like, "Why didn't you tell me your sister was so bad?" Then
the most adorable girl in the world.
Son, I thought he was a straight clown, but he is actually undercover funny. But
I loved him.
I did not see that coming with him and the spiders because
with the lightning.
Because he gets knocked out because the first time you see it, he's in the house where the dude can hit the drums and is rotating the house. So when you see it the first time, you like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Because he's like, Thunderbolt, sixth form, and you're like, wait, what? And then he just got
when they vocally start enchanting their combos, I'm just like, oh shit, water form 7. So I'm like, oh shit.
And a little breathing. Joe.
Your man with the boar's head. So you haven't really seen his power yet to do with the boar's head. Have you seen his shit?
That's my man. That's my favorite character.
I only saw him use the spatial awareness power to find a
like, wow form.
It was like this.
But I'm convinced. I'm convinced the guy that does the boar's head voice, that's the same guy that does Eren on Attack on Titan. He sounds just like him. I don't know if it's true.
Oh shit!
I could Google it real, but I'm pretty sure that's the same dude. He sounds just like Eren from Attack on Titan.
There's a dude also I noticed. There's a dude on Demon Slayer also. I can't remember if it's one of the main characters. At one point, I'm watching it and I'm like, this dude sound like Mineta from My Hero, like the pervy dude.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah. Season 2 is a movie. It's out in season 2.
No, they have Demon Slayer is a movie that came out like a few like December 20th in Japan, but they said that they said season 2 is coming at some point. When I get into a show, when I get into a show, I'm looking, oh shit, when's the next one? Because I love it and I'm not done yet, but when I'm done, I'm gonna need some kind of fix.
Demon Train is season 2.
All right, we ain't gonna talk about this. I don't need everybody know y'all business. We gonna talk about this offline.
Yeah. Text. Y'all have a good one, man. Right. Going back to Titans.